hey the lads, my name is Lassie. Thank you again for checking out one of my videos. In today's video, I'm going to try my best to summarize absolutely everything that has been going on with Battlefield in the last 24 hours. I'll try to be unbiased and keep the commentary as informative as possible. So, nearly 3 weeks ago, the official Battlefield social media put out this post. Get ready for our reveal soon. The blog post shared plenty of information I'm sure you're all aware of by now. The key word here though is soon. The actual definition of the word is in or after a short time, so on the surface, people expected to see maybe a teaser trailer, another blog post, or possibly even a reveal event in the coming weeks. This tweet was sent on the 22nd of April, and based on previous Battlefield games, the reveals are done in the month of May, be it the start of the month like Battlefield 1, or at the end of the month like Battlefield 5. Aside from an investor call in February that told us the next Battlefield game was still set to launch this holiday season and that it was ahead in production, as well as a blog post released earlier in the year sharing DICE LA's and Criterion's involvement, this soon tweet in April was about the only official piece of information we had about this next game. Keep that in mind. So, officially, we knew it was on schedule, and we'd get more details soon. That's actually it. That's the full story. Anything extra didn't come from EA or DICE. So then, why did such a massive portion of the online Battlefield community lose their mind? Why were threats made against EA communication staff? Why all the hate? Where has that sense of excitement gone? Let's look into it. Personally, I feel as though the word choice here in this tweet, the use of the word soon, is tailored to a very specific audience. If you're a fan of the Battlefield series and have engaged with any of the recent titles, you'll know soon has definitely become a running joke in the community. Seriously, this is nothing new. A comment here made by former DICE developer David Serland back in 2014. Here, he is replying to something to do with the community test environment. Then we have this, the official Battlefield account replied with soon before Battlefield 1 even launched. And do I need to mention Battlefield 5? The coming soon skin cemented the joke. So, to suggest this language use is wrong or outlandish simply highlights the joke wasn't targeted at you. Is it disrespectful, unprofessional, maybe even insulting? Well, sort of, but not when it comes to Battlefield. If Microsoft said this, or even another game studio said this online, then yeah, it would be pretty weird. But because it's such a long-running joke to do with Battlefield specifically, I think that should definitely be taken into account, especially when you consider this. This is the most important element to the conversation. Without it, well, I'm positive we wouldn't be in this mess. Like I mentioned, EA has only spoken on a handful of occasions, the 2 investor calls as well as the 2 blog posts. That's it. They had never given us any date, any indicator when we'd hear official news or see a trailer. Sure, the soon use in this tweet was quite misleading to people that clearly didn't get the reference, but overall EA shared next to no information. Ideally, there'd be no need to keep expectations in check because we shouldn't have been expecting anything in the first place. Dates for the teaser were supposedly shared by quote-unquote insiders. They claimed to have information we didn't. YouTubers like me probably looked into other official dates with too much interest. For me, I always thought the end date for that huge Battlefield sale held some significance. You also had supposed leakers sprouting unconfirmed details left, right and centre. Not to mention the ocean of fan-made theories, fan art, spoof material, the list goes on. As my videos contributed to the issue, I too must hold some of the blame, but it also makes it easy to say, this pretty much comes from a place of passion. The Battlefield 6 subreddit is the perfect example of this. I'd say the vast majority of that Reddit simply enjoyed the interaction with other excited Battlefield players. They loved the thrill of brainstorming and hunting for potential details. They took supposed leaks and created fan art to better envision what the next game might look like. They made wish lists and top 10s not to harm anyone online, but simply because they're fans and are so excited for what DICE are working on. I honestly see no issue here. Condemning fans for being excited and having fun is just wrong. However, on the flip side of that, you have fans that go way too far, expecting too much from unconfirmed sources, getting caught up in all this excitement and just not taking a step back to really examine the reality of the details. When this sort of behaviour leads to threats against EA and DICE, then you know you've got a problem. Need I remind anyone here that what some people out there are threatening about is probably a 30-second video about a video game that isn't even releasing until the end of the year. Come on. There's being passionate about a video game series, making videos about it, taking screenshots, maybe even coming up with really cool theories, but don't threaten someone or call for them to be fired. True colours have been shown this past day or so, even within our little community here. I can see who's here for Battlefield and who's just here for the stupid internet drama. I'm gutted we won't see the next Battlefield game until June, not because I want to be right about my timeline I made a few months ago, but because I love the games, I really do. It's why I've stuck with Battlefield instead of moving to another franchise. No other game out there makes me as happy as Battlefield does. But I'm okay with waiting, and I won't take this as some sort of insult from EA. How would we know this wasn't always the plan to begin with? But anyway, thank you lads for watching. If you enjoyed, then massage that like button or hit dislike if you didn't. Until the next one though, I'll see you lads later.